I think it's just like so worth its weight in gold in terms of value. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to you jumping in and showing us where you're at the moment with your portfolio. Obviously, it's the second week of July, and you already banked huge profit last week. So yeah, over to you.
Thank you. I know first week July has been amazing. It's not often the way. It's normally first week's kind of reinvesting money, as we tend to pay ourselves end of monthly, don't we? But sometimes the way it works, we're ready to take money off. Ours was a Delta thing. If anyone's familiar with Delta, we like to stay quite neutral in our portfolio. So that meant taking off positions beginning of this week. And I can tell you how well we did first week. I've said it before, but I want to keep celebrating it. This strategy is fantastic for the amount of time that we only put in. You're seeing us only 3 hours weekly, and in that time we managed to make $459 first week of June. So that's our 2% goal already touched. So
yeah, absolutely. It's outrageous to think, like, obviously this is a part-time gig, and the amount of time you're putting into it once you've gone through the educational process and you've really like knuckled down and feel like a confident trader, an independent trader, it's important to mention, then yeah, this is the reality. This is the stuff that we're looking forward to, just for a minimal amount of time per week, and a huge return coming back at you.
And so you're someone that's gone through the student course. Anyone that's not, or just discovering us now or didn't follow it, the beginner course was shaped around Sophie. So over on our platform, you can see the lessons. We record every single one of them. Sophie came through that. She finished that months ago, and now she runs her own portfolio. So Friday, tomorrow, go ahead and catch Sophie, where she'll be doing this same portfolio share. We can see how well she's getting on for July as well, because you had an awesome June. 4.5% in June.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's looking good for this next month as well. So that's really, really cool, because I was feeling the pressure at the end of last month. I was like, oh my God. It was kind of surreal. But yeah, no, everything's in order, which it should be, as we teach. You teach emotionless, methodical strategies here at TS.
Rinse and repeat. Yeah. So we're creating traders. We're not just we're not the guys with the secret sauce giving you alerts. That stuff isn't what we want to do. We over here have courses. We want to refine our courses and make traders as quickly as possible. Going through our challenge courses, quicker content, and getting people to this is the goal right now. It's to the subscription service, where people can then get ideas, follow me, see how I run my trade log, and get little tips and tricks and tweaks and stuff. Probably for about 6 months, 7 months. And then we like people to fly the nest. Like, this whole system we're realizing works much, much better, and not as an alert service, as actually creating real traders, right? Because this stuff doesn't take a degree. This stuff you don't have to come from the financial industry. With great softwares now, like the brokerage we used, shout out to Tasty Trade, the best we can find on the market right now. It's super intuitive. So we've got students we got a full-time job, and they just run their portfolio for 45-minute sessions. They do it 3 times weekly, and for 12 hours and that's a month's work, 12 hours. They come out with a profit between $400, $500. This portfolio here is making around $900 a month from the same strategy. This thing is scalable. It's really important to keep plugging that and keep saying that. So thanks for reminding me. Shall we get going?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, should we crack on with the trade log then? Where I want to start today, Soph, this is the trade log, okay? It's not all just thrills with the content we create here. This is also the reality stuff. We trade with spreadsheets. Yes, we encourage logging your metrics and your opening and closing of trades every time that you trade. And this is the goal spreadsheet. So first of all, this trade log is something we give in the subscription area on our platform. So go and find that, please, and find the link to it. And this is the page that runs it all. So we do small setup videos now. We're slowly building a little archive of them. and this is one of the goals pages that we create. Everything in a black box is an input thing, meaning this is how you scale. So we get people to put in into this box their net liquid, and then how much they want to make monthly. We recommend as a beginner 2% is very, very achievable. And then BP usage. This simply means how much cash do you want to risk in the market in the month. We recommend between 50 and 60%. And then the list goes on and on and on. I really can't obviously cover everything right now because we're going to get to live trading. But I just wanted to show that we've slightly tweaked our delta and theta now. We're going to have setup videos all internal, just to update TS members. But today you'll see a slightly higher delta. We're realizing that we're just making our range. We're still very much delta neutral. We're not guessing direction, but you'll see today we're allowing a little bit more delta because it's allowing us to not have to hedge so much. And why is that? It's because we already hedge in our strategies anyway. We're big advocates of ratio trading, that you'll see today and you'll see in all of our archive videos. So yeah, that's something I just wanted to get out of the way. So just as a bit of admin, I didn't necessarily prep you on that too much.
You know what? It's actually fantastic timing because I am looking at my goals now with like a higher net liquid coming in, and it is part of our practice to continually tweak and adjust as we grow, or as we may take some losses, etc. So This is golden stuff for me to be looking at this, and I know that a lot of the members too, like you just mentioned, you touched on how to minimize the max loss on those hedge strategy. And that's really awesome that you've kind of opened up the range now on the delta, just to say like, we can afford, we're already advocates, like you said. It's not necessary for us to continually put on those naked puts just to bring down the delta. So that's, super good stuff there. Thank you.
Yeah, for clarification, not naked, we were selling puts. Just on that, we were hedging doing it, but you're right. The point was, we don't want to hand so much money back. We update everything we do. We really listen to students here. I've been having conversations with students about giving money back and hedging. And I actually think it's time now just to test this now. A little bit more delta allowance. We trade with verticals too, like you're going to see in a moment on the portfolio. So you'll begin to understand our strategies have hedging built in anyway. What I want to just touch upon right now is this area here. This is where we keep track. We have 9 positions currently total on, okay? We've got 1 hedge, and then we have 8 of our 112s. So 9 trades total. I want to encourage people to put this on their or to input this on their goal spreadsheet and keep track of where they are each trading session. Because then you'll come to this close section and we've closed 2 trades this month. And then you can begin to see how far away you are from your goal. So if we're halfway towards our goal, we want to try and close 4 trades. And that will get us, we know that then we'll be hitting our markers and making over 2% a month. So yeah, can't say too much about this. We've got setup videos. Everything is internal on our subscription page. We've got so much preview and stuff and content we give away for free as well. So don't think that it's Barry and you have to pay to get access. Go ahead over there and go and see what we do. I think it's time now let's get over to the account log. So let's get today's log up to date, shall we, Soph? I'm just going to start copying over this stuff and show people how this is done. So this is our trade log. What I do is copy the row above, and then I'll come and start editing. So you'll see me. Do you do the same as this, Soph? Is this how you do it too?
Yeah, I do. Obviously learn from yourself, but also important to mention how this is kind of like run-of-the-mill setup for our everyday or those 2 to 3 days of the week when we come in to check our portfolio. We'll be hitting our trade log first, and then that gives us the orientation of what we then need to go and put on in our portfolio and guidance with the market, right?
Yes, completely. Because this tells you what you're going to be doing in the day. Because if my delta's out of line, it tells me what maintenance is needed. If my theta's out of line, it tells me that I might need more trades on. And then where's your BP usage too? I think it's really key to use this log as with that too. That you're logging your opening and closing and your profits and things. That's a purpose, but another purpose is to use your log to create your trading plan for the day. Really, because we have markers to hit. So I've just, whilst you were talking, then I just punched in the BP usage. Sorry, this is supposed to be 14. So here we go. So delta wise, we are within our range. So we know we can go up until about 79.80. Delta's fine. Theta's looking fantastic. I'm really excited now with our theta, with the new position that we put on in yesterday's share. Sorry. The only thing that's quite heavy is our BP usage.
Yeah.
We're at 68% right now, so we just got to keep an eye on that. That might mean taking off a trade today, to be honest. Let's keep that in mind. But delta and theta, thumbs up. They're looking fantastic. Also, before we come off this log, we're at 2% already this month. I know we just said it before, but let's celebrate the fact that we had a fantastic first week in July, and we've closed $459 for only 3 hours of work this month to date, which is fantastic.
Yeah, that's incredible. Also, I did just have a little Google there where you said like, oh, the BP usage is pretty high. We might have to take a trade off today. Like, oh, is that going to be the worst thing in the world? I'm pretty sure that means you'll be cashing some profit.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. It's exactly the point. Be cool. Second week of the month be really good. Normally that's a quiet week. Yeah. Not the end of the world. I reckon we've got some profit to find as well.
Okay.
Before we go and live trade and get to the platform, last thing on the trade log. This is our closed to year. I just wanted to point out this column. Currently, we've made 2,848 profit for the year trading this this account. That we subscribe. You can subscribe to. You can get full access to. Please find the link wherever it is around the video. Go ahead to our platform and you can get full access. We've been blogging this since April. So that means about 3 months worth of data. And this is how we've been doing so far. We've got plenty of archive portfolios and unarchived videos on how we do this and how we've been trading the strategy. We're completely transparent, but I think it's worth celebrating and just showing how the year is going for us, because we tend to look at a weekly basis. So it's quite cool just to show that.
Absolutely.
Okay, let's go ahead into the platform and let's do some live trading then. Okay, so this is where we stand. What I like to start off with then, so we're now going to go into the whole maintenance part of the the show, is the DTE column over here. Everyone that knows me, this is where I like to filter, and I always kind of teach students to do it because it tells you what needs your attention first. So if we go ahead and open up this MESU4, we can see that the reason what's coming to the top here is that vertical. We've been talking about it in the week in the show this week. We've got days. We like to close. Our verticals are natural hedges, so we like to hold them sort of until the last couple of days, maybe the last 3 days or something, because these are paid for. We have had naked puts in July 19 that's already paid us about $300. So this trade right here is a insurance position. This is costing us $81 to have that insurance. If that market slips down, this is going to pay us out, and we've already closed our naked put. So the beauty of this ratio trade is that if the market does negatively come down, because that's not good for our naked puts, then this insurance here will make sure we get paid that month, and we will get paid more than 3%, more than 4%. It will really work in our favor. So that's verticals. I don't talk too much about them on the show because we know what they're there to do. I just wanted to point out that, yeah, by next Friday, by next Thursday, let's say, that's going to have to be closed. And that's all I really need to say on that first DTE. I'll breeze past a couple of these verticals, Soph, okay? Because we talk at them in length in a lot of the other videos, don't we?
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, that is it was a fantastic tip just on the filtering of the DTE for that sake too. And in our beginners options trading course, we've got a full section covering these kind of strategies. So we don't want to go over that too many times. Guys, go and check it out. It's all there for you to see.
Let's just leave a plug there to say, yeah, we cover it extensively. We give away some free previews too on our course content, portfolio setup and things, strategy rules and things. That's where that all lives, and we'll keep it there. But talking about hedging today at the beginning of the show, these are our natural hedges anyway, and they're paid for because we've already closed every single vertical you're seeing here. There's been a naked put that we've already closed. That's part of our strategy, a really simple strategy that we trade. And this is the ratio that works. We're already hedging. So when new students come to us, ask us questions about how they can hedge, they've seen in other strategies, people separately hedge. And yes, we do teach that strategy. And it is possible to use puts, for example, and go and hedge off 1%, 2%. What we're realizing though with this strategy is it does a very good job anyway of actually hedging, and you're seeing that right now. These are already paid for, and so the point of hedging is if the market moved down, we want to still make our income trades. We are independent, we're income traders. We expect to be able to take profit off at the end of the month. So these guys here allow you to do it. All right, enough said. Those are verticals then. Let's continue down. Where's our first 112? This is a 112. It's labeled as a 633 because of the contract sizing, but the strategy is the same. Here's our first naked put then. So we've been talking about these this week. This is our August 30th that we've covered. We've got fantastic profit, potentially the one to close today actually. $312 profit for 36 days of work. We wouldn't have been working and maintaining every day. Like I said, some days we just let Theta do its thing. We let these trades just cook. It's only 3 days a week that we're actually checking positions. But for 36 days, we've made, or we're sitting on $312 profit, which is awesome. It's not ready to close yet. It hasn't reached our profit target yet. But yeah, that's the August 30th. Next up, verticals. We can skip past these. Okay, next up then, if I just close the MESU4 and I'm just opening up this SPY. Next up then, by expiry, we've got 36 days left on our hedge. This hedge is currently down, and that's absolutely fine. In fact, it's expected. We would love to close this hedge for a loss because it means we're making money elsewhere. We have already decided on our ratio. It's more than 2 to 1 with our portfolio. Our other positions will be safe because of this portfolio. Our delta just got out of line, and so we needed just to take some risk off the table. And the awesome thing about that we can actually quantify that risk. So with this SPY, so we managed to find almost 5.5 deltas. So we managed to take off 5 deltas. And actually, when we opened it, it was more than that. The market has slightly moved. But the really great thing about this software is we can see our beta-weighted deltas. We can see where we in line, are we not? We can strategically use positions like this to keep our delta in line. And that's all we did. Super, super simple. And yeah, there's nothing to do with that. There's no maintenance else to do. The only thing we need to just keep checking on is this here, okay? When is this going to expire? And then we'll just close it a few days before. But it's just great to see it there, to be honest. It's great to see it negative because it means we can come over here We've got a P&L open of over $1,000 here in our MLS set. So that's pretty healthy, right?
That's phenomenal. Yeah, it's looking juicy.
Juicy, exactly. Cool. September 20s then, we got a 422 on. Let's review this one again. Potentially, this is the trade we take off today to reduce our deltas. September 20s is currently paying us $375. To us, that trade's been on for 77 days. So just over 2 months, we've made $375 in this. And that's an 87% winner. And that would be delta-wise for people interested. I'm definitely interested in this. This is 2 deltas, 2 beta-weighted deltas it could reduce our account by. That's awesome because I know that could actually put us back in line.
Yeah, absolutely. And I have a follow-on question from that actually, as we've started to touch on the BP today as well. And yours is definitely pushing beyond the initial sort of target there of 60%.
Yeah.
My question to you would be, obviously our deltas are quantifiable within the trade log and on the platform. How then would we, if for example, we had 2 different trades open and we wanted to close them to sort of bring that BP back in check, not talking about the delta here now, about the BP, how would we be able to find that on the position that's open with the statistics that we have here? For example, we've just managed to find, and we can see very clearly in the beta weighted delta column, how many deltas that will take off from our beta weight overall. So is there something where you can be pointed in that direction for your BP as well?
Yeah. There's a great setup video we've done on your capital requirements. So you can go ahead and check that out for over here. I recommend having a look over at this table here. I won't go into it now because it'll take us away sort of from the live trading segment. But if you go there, that's where you're going to see currently for the September 20s how much BP that's sucking in, which I think answers your question, because then you can figure out, okay, if I take that off now, what's it going to reduce me by? If we're over 60 something percent, it's, we can figure out how much percent. But even easier than that, we don't need to get too boggy in details, right? If we're risking 5% from day one, if we know our risk, then we can simply say that, give or take, if we close this September 20th today, we're going to come down 5%. That makes sense?
Coming down 5%, we're risking.
We're going to reduce our portfolio BP by 5% now if we take this trade off.
Yeah, of course, because every trade is risking that 5%.
Yeah, so hopefully that answers your question.
It does.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, super helpful. Thank you for breaking that down. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, and obviously for more details, this software is awesome for actually giving you all those details. And capital requirement is really, really fun. I recommend going into that when people have got more time. You get a table, you get a pie chart you can see exactly how much you're investing and where, and it breaks it down really well. But before I look at that, I can tell you that roughly we got about 5% on here, and I know that we do need to reduce that today. So I think this September 20 is one to kind of pin for today. Moving on then to find some other positions. Go past this vertical. It's another we got September 30, so 10 days later expiry. This is an 844. It's huge. Yes. Great to see that our account's able to do that. This is the latest trade. So all the TS members that subscribe, they would have gotten an alert to this trade yesterday. New trade that we just put on. It's currently up $10. So it's just a small win, which is expected. It's one day of work, and that's open. So we can move on from that. Next is a 633 September 30 expiry. How's that looking? So for 10 days of work, we've made $193 in this trade. That's really good. And that's about 40% winner for us. And carrying a lot of delta. This is about 12.5 delta, this trade. So quite heavy with direction. And that makes sense because we've only just put this trade on 10 days ago. We put this trade on. So it's still, the market hasn't moved enough. Whereas that other trade we were looking at, that we might be taking off today, that's 2 deltas because it's been on for 77 days. Yeah. Okay, what else do we have before we start to move on with maintenance? October 18s, currently sitting at $185 profit. That's for 70 days of work. Really high win at the moment. It's got 78% is the winner, and that is what we currently got open. They're really healthy. And yeah, because it's been on for 70 days, like we were just saying, the delta is going to be quite low because the market's already moved away from that naked put. That's on a 1.5 delta. So if we took it off today, not really going to affect our portfolio deltas. But for profit wise, it'd be really, really good.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's enough.
Again, another important reason to highlight that, you know, for lots of the beginner traders that we've got on the platform, like, really important to check your beta deltas when you're looking to take off positions. It all adds up. Thank you for highlighting that.
Absolutely, well said. Yeah, really key for learning how to manage this portfolio. You're going to hear us talk about it at length. Another October 18 then, we've covered regular 112. We've got $152 profit, and that trade's been on for a fair bit of time, 2 months, so 63 days. And we're sitting at a 68% profit. So nothing to do there with these. Either that, you know, what we're looking for right here is we're looking for delta. We're looking to reduce our BP. That's what we've realized today from the trade log. But aside from that too, I look at the portfolio open, the percentage. Our goal is to make 90% in all of our 112s, unless it's the end of the month where we tend to be a bit more lax with that, to be income traders, right? That's the point. But yeah. Right now, second week of July, I'm not going to take off a trade that's a 68% winner. I know that might look easy and sound like I can bag some money there, but we've got our rules. That's not going to be closed, and anything else, because it's not hit the profit target. It's also not gone south. So we also have stop losses that we work to. So those would be the only 2 reasons really I'd be taking off trades in normal circumstances, okay? So, moving on. October 18s here. We have a 422. This trade is really new, a 1 day old, and it's currently just sitting at a 0%, and that's expected. We've got November 15 here. So we've got 633. Currently that's made us $243. And that's been on for 21 days, so nothing to do there because it's a 35% profit. Really healthy though. Another one in November 15. We've been in this trade for 49 days, and that's a $375 profit. That's huge. Yeah. That's 52% though. So although it's super healthy, our mechanics say nope. We've not hit our target there, so sit tight and let that trade work.
It's like waiting for Christmas Day when you know you're going to get the present that you asked for.
Yeah, you've already shaken the present.
You want to open it now, but you just can't.
Already got. November 15, we've got another one here, 422. It's only been on for 3 days, and we've made $17. December 20s, we've got a 422 in that expiry. 14 days, we've had a trade open, and we've made a nice little $117 there. Only at a 23% winner, so we're not doing anything yet. So that's fine. Let's go ahead to our last expiry cycle, the MES H5, and we have on that a December 20 expiry, and that's a 422. How long have we been in the trade for? 8 days. And in 8 days, we've made $66 in that trade. That's only 13%. So again, awesome. Nothing to do with that trade. That concludes maintenance, Soph. So fun to have you here, by the way, just to have a trading buddy to, you know, bounce off of, celebrate the opening profits. I love Thursdays. They're really exciting.
Yeah, sure. I mean, that's what it's all about, right? Keeping it social, excuse the pun, and just supporting each other throughout. And oh God, I learned so much from these Thursdays. Like, they really give me a boost. And then vice versa for you, you get the I guess the like community trading buddy aspect from it as well.
Definitely.
You just know you're not going crazy just talking to a screen all the time.
I've done this for almost 6 years now, trading, and yeah, it gets a bit lonely, and you know that's one of the big pushes to create this company and call it Trade Social was what we want. This is exactly what we want. We want to invite and celebrate members and people with success, people with great questions and stuff. And this Thursday shows such a cool example of that. I can't wait to grow this community and get more fantastic questions, get more people on the show, and yeah, keep it social. Excuse the pun again. All right, so what we got to do now? Open positions are taken care of, so we know we've looked at the percentages, and we've also had a look at. Now we need to look at reducing our BP. I've earmarked one position that will reduce. You know, it's a 5% risk. Hopefully, this will bring us in line. I'm choosing this September 20 because it's closest to our profit target. Okay, that's the ultimate reason. We're not trying to reduce deltas right now, so I'm not looking over here at deltas. I'm just simply looking at BP reduction. And yeah, so 87% this trade. So we're about to close this for $375. It's gonna be a really nice win, juicy win on this show. $375. This is 87% win. Normally our profit target is 90%. I mean, we're super close to that anyway. It's almost just coming off naturally. But let's close this position to bring our portfolio back in line. And that's all I can really say on this. 77 days of work, or 77 days this trade's been open. We only work 3 days a week. So this position would have only been checked in our little 45-minute sessions that we do 3 times weekly. Times that by a month, by 2 months. So really for 24 hours of work, over 2 months, we've made $375 on just one position here. So that doesn't get you excited, I don't know what else will. We are income traders here. We create traders here. We've got fantastic courses. Please go to our platform, go and check us out. Find the link in this description, and you'll see some great courses for beginners, great courses for intermediate levels, where you can learn theory, you can learn then the strategy, how to build your portfolio, scalable to whatever fund you're starting with, by the way, whether it's $2,000, we can cater to students that only have $2,000. Yes, you're going to grow a little bit slower, but by the way, compounding interest, which we teach on, is a very powerful thing. And soon you can build your portfolio up to say 10K and higher, 15, 20K, and then the snowball really starts to go. And for a 2%, 3% month is what we tend to shoot for, or we tell our beginners to. You can snowball your account very, very quickly. And all of our community are trading with different funds. So yeah, we're open to all different shapes, sizes of funds. And yeah, go ahead, check us out. We've got plenty of previews, so plenty of content to start people off with.
Absolutely.
Right. Let's close up this naked put. We've got 4 contracts here. So yeah, close up this and then we can get everyone on their way and close off this show. We're going to close this position for a full position, bit of price discovery. So I want to debit here at $2.70. Let's review and send this. I doubt we're going to get filled so quickly. We're 15 cents away from the natural price. So that was us just being cheeky, as I really recommend you do. Give you a lot of money if you look at 1,000 trades, saving a few pennies. All right, let's go up here and pay 5 cents more. Let's see if we can find anything.
Oh.
No, that's cool. Let's continue the price discovery journey. This is a fun part. All right, now we're coming to meet them now, because they're asking for 2.85, but I'm coming in the market at 2.8. Let's see if we find someone. No, not yet. Maybe we'll ring the bell. Maybe the bell's going to ring. 2.8. So what you can do now. So go ahead, Soph.
I was just going to fill in the gap and just talk about how, you know, price discovery is so real, and it's so worth sitting there and not really playing the market's game, leaving it till later. Just have a play around with it now, even though it takes a little bit of time. It's so worth it. Oh yeah, here you go. You're going all the way.
We're going to come in now and get this filled for the sake of the show to create the content.
Okay.
You know, hopefully creating the content's going to pay us back a couple of cents. That's the way I'll look at it.
The way you think.
That's the way I think. But the show should pay for itself, I hope. But the point is, we want to get this live on air. We want to record as much as we do. We don't want to leave everything else for guesswork. When I was a trader growing up and trying to learn this game, people kept secrets, and also people wanted you to pay for absolutely everything. And also a lot of professionals, they take things for granted, like what I'm doing right now, and they're not even being malicious with it. And so there's that exists as well. Whatever the reason was, I just want to create a show here that's quite genuine and very transparent. And so I like to just literally if I'm promoting a 12-hour work week, or a 45-minute session or something, I don't want to trade too much outside. So really all we do outside is create the alerts of what you've just seen. That's a totally separate thing. So you're going to see us trade, do price discovery, do very boring things, do exciting things, talk a lot with students and Get Social, and close trades live on air like now. And we try and cover everything. Without further ado, then, before I start to ramble on, let's close this trade and pay for the show. Debited. The show's paid for. Awesome.
Love it.
And let's just go over to the trade log, and then let's get this show wrapped up. Let's go and punch in our big win of $375. My ear pod falling out my ear there. Here we go. Alrighty. We just closed the trade live on air. Let's go and find that beautiful thing. So going over, I'm looking on my software right now. The fill position was $2.85. Closed. It was a September 20. So the strike price was 4,100. So I'm looking now. September 20 for 4,100. Here it is. Really glad that I've got that correct. There she is. We closed it for what? 285, or maybe it was 80.
It was 285.
It was indeed. Thank you. And so eventually, this was $73 profit. Closed today. So what I do now, my trade log. This is real trading, guys. We've just celebrated the win, but now we've actually got to log it. So this is real trading. Okay, closed. Go here. You want to right click and you want to create a new row. I'm now going to go and paste her right down here. And here we go. We've just got to put in today's date. So easy when you just copy and paste things from below, by the way. This is really not a lot of maintenance. Copy. Wait, that was wrong. That was wrong again. Copy, paste. Here we go. All right. Make sure always double click on sums, everyone. By the way, a little tip and trick that we post about in our setup videos. I've just double clicked this down here to make sure we are calculating the new $373 profit, because I need that now. Because I want to go over to my dashboard. 373. Today was the 11th. 373. If today's the 11th, that is correct.
Woo, look at that.
$300 a week for 3 hours of work. That's official. It's Thursday, our last trading day of the week. $373 has been made. Total for the month of now $832. We've made 3.78% this month for less than 6 hours of work. We've documented that every day and we've archived that. You can see that over our subscription on Trade Social platform. Last week we made $459 for 3 hours of work in the week. This week we've almost done the same. We've made $373 for 3 hours of work. That's $832 made this month. We've smashed our July goal already, and it's only week number 2.
That's insane.
So,
It's insane. I feel like from the bit of fire that we created around last month's monthly return goals, and now it's like, okay, game face is on. Let's see who can get the biggest percentage this month, and you're smashing it. You were just messing around in the last couple of months. Look how easy this has been. I can't believe it. It's basically taking profit like the end of every month, and you're just hitting it weekly now. It's great to see it. I love it.
Yeah. I'm almost creating this problem for myself. I'm trying to beat my last month, you know? I'm like a victim of my own success. But no, look, we just trade mechanically here. That's the real secret, is that, hey, this isn't luck. This isn't me breaking rules. This is how we trade. The market's been good to us. And yeah, we're having a fantastic July, $832. That's everything from me. Unless Sophie has anything to add, we're going to close off the show.
Yeah, closing off, signing out. Come and check us out on YouTube. We have new videos every Thursday and Friday. One is Luke's live trading of the 22K account, TS account. And then the Friday is the hot seat for student shares. So come and check out a beginner trader going through the motions of everything you'll learn on our beginners trading options course. And then, yeah, piloting into that independent, confident trader role. And everything else, you can catch us on the other socials. So TikTok and Instagram. And of course, check out our awesome Trade Social platform. So yeah.
Thank you very much. Well said. Thank you. We are back tomorrow with a student. That's going to be Sophie, and we're going to check out how she's doing for July. That's it from us. Take care, everybody. See you soon.
Bye.
Bye-bye.